So I wanted to, okay, good. I wanted to make sure that I get this information out to as many people as possible. I'm super excited again about my program. It's a real estate investing program coupled with a licensing is one of a kind. So I'm about to stop and I'm about to start and show the presentation that I have. So I'm gonna share the screen. So if you're not on a computer, hopefully you logged in where you can see the presentation that I'm about to share. So I want to make sure that you're able to see that, because that's important. Let's hold on, let me get this. All right, give me 1 second. Let me just get this to presentation. All right. I just want to make sure that everyone can see the presentation. Can you let me know if you can see the presentation, please? Let me know if you can see the presentation. You said yes? Okay, good, good, good. All right, I want to make sure you can see it. All right, hold on. Okay, so here's the program, Outreach School of Real Estate Investing and Licensing Program. As I said before, this is a new program that is introduced, brand new. I decided to do this program because I know that there are so many people that would love to invest in real estate if they knew the knowledge. Many of you know my story about how real estate has transformed my life tremendously, night and day, black and white. It has changed my life tremendously. And so I want to share this information about the power of real estate, how to obtain wealth by way of real estate, the way that I did it, and the way that I know it can work for you, the same way it works for me. Now, the problem has been that many people who are teachers of the real estate investing arena, not necessarily the licensing, but the investing portion, the problem is that many of us, and no fault, like let me just make it clear that, you know, this is definitely worth all of the money that is charged for this real estate investing program. I know many of you, how many of you have been in a real estate investing seminar? And type in if you've been to a real estate investing seminar, and you know, I'm sure you see how much they charge for some of these things that I'm going to teach you, and hopefully some people may be able to go for free if you qualify for the scholarship. But everyone who attends this scholarship, everyone that attends this webinar will be receiving some type of scholarship. So if you've been to a real estate seminar before, one, you'll never hear them say they're giving out scholarships, and two, you will never see it at a price that we have it. And third, you will definitely never have it taught in the manner that I teach this class. I teach it based on my own experience, and I make it very, very simple. Many programs, you just have a tape and they give you a recording, and you pay $10,000 for a recording and you have to figure it out yourself. What I love about this particular program is that it's a teaching. It's like you're going to real school, like real estate investing school, where we're going to teach you how to flip properties and just not just talk about it, but really teach it, like give scenarios, give you how do you calculate ARVs, and how do you identify which property is an income generator or a money maker or a money taker, wholesaling, buying holds, rentals, and we do breakout rooms. So this is real training. So why real estate? Like let's have a little fun right now. Why real estate? I want you to type in the comment bar why you decided, or why are you interested in real estate? What's your personal interest with real estate? I want you to tell me that. What made you get started in real estate? How did you first hear about real estate? Take a minute and type it in the bar for me. Let me see. Okay, so there's a lot of reasons why you want to get into real estate. For me, you know, real estate is super powerful. It could change your life. I know many of us want financial freedom, multiple streams of income, want to be your own boss. I know many of us want to be our own boss. I definitely suggest everyone is their own boss. You have control of your money. And that's what it's really about. Like, real estate investing is powerful, where you can leave a legacy, you can create wealth. But what also is important about real estate is it's a means of creating income where you can control your own money, hence control your own paycheck. And you can fire your boss if you decide you want to fire your boss, and not worry about being financially struggling because you no longer tied to a job. So real estate can complement any job. If you're in a job and you love your job, that's fine. Don't give it up. But real estate is something that everyone should have. But my question to you is, what's stopping you? I'm sure this is not the first time you heard about real estate, or the first time you heard my story, for those of you who follow me, or the first time you even considered investing in real estate. So what's stopping you? So take a minute and just type in the bar, like, some things that's stopping you. Is it fear? Is it procrastination? Is it the lack of knowledge? Not knowing where to start? Mentors? Like, what's really stopping you at this point? You know, maybe you never thought about what's stopping me, and that's what I want you to get across in your thought process. What is it that's stopping you? What's stopping you? So take a minute and think about that, because in order for us to go forward, you got to figure out what the roadblocks are. Okay. Now I had to go here because I threw this old school picture in. I saw this old school picture, and it's been said that a picture paints 1,000 words. And so what I'm asking you is, when you see this picture, when I saw this picture, actually, so many things ran through my thought process, through my head. And I was like, God, you are absolutely amazing. And this is a picture of me and my son, of course. And take a minute and, you know, what is a picture paints 1,000 words? What do you see? What do you see? You can type whatever it is that you see. What is it? You know, just really take a minute. Like, a picture paints 1,000 words. And this picture has 10,010 words for me. And one of them is that I was at a loss, but I was putting everything in my son and making sure that he was happy and he wasn't feeling the stress of poverty, the stress of financial woes. But there was a lot going on in my life at that time. You can look on my face, you can see I don't look happy. I don't look happy. I look focused though. But there was so much going on. You see the caption, back in the days before real estate investing. And so I like to laugh. So this is what was happening. I was out here getting financially jumped like this. Take a minute to look at the picture, like, getting jumped. That's me in the red, the car payment, the rent's due, the lights, the gas, all of this stuff. It just beating me up financially. And many of us are this is happening to right now. Many of us, this may not be happening to right now, but you just need another stream of income. But when I saw this, I just couldn't help but just laugh. Like, I thought this was hilarious. Like, I just thought it was funny. It's always good to laugh. Laughter does the body good. But here's this picture here back in the day. And then this is after real estate investing. A picture paints 1,000 words. And as you can see, my son is still smiling the same way he was smiling as a little boy. I am now smiling. And my other son just is a model. He's a sweetheart, love him to pieces. He's just a beautiful kid. But a lot has changed between this time in my life and this time in my life. And it all started with one, faith and believing that God has greater for me. And two, the vehicle of investing in real estate, which is why I'm so passionate about teaching other people how to change their life significantly with real estate investing. I believe that everyone has the capabilities of becoming financially free. I also believe that it can be obtained by investing in real estate. And this is why we're here today. This is why I created this webinar. This is why I've been training people. And this is why I even created this program, because I believe that if people are really taught, not just like what some of these seminars do, they give you a little bit of information for you to be motivated for the minute, or to tease you with information and then give you a $10,000 ticket next to it that you don't have $10,000, or maybe you do have $10,000. But my thought is, from where I come from and the community of which I was raised, if I had $10,000 to give to the program, I wouldn't be there trying to figure out how to make money. And so that is what prompted me to create this program and tie it to financial help, tie it to scholarships, so that this information, this wealth creating tool, this wealth creating program can help people no matter what financial situation they're in. And this is what I wanted to deliver to the world. And this is why we're here. The program overview, what you're going to learn with the program is about real estate investing. We're going to learn a lot about flipping properties. Flipping properties is my favorite. Because this is where I made most of my money. Many of you know my first real estate investment yielded me over $250,000. The second one, $175,000. The third, $140,000. I just did one in December, and it was over 100 and something, over 120, 30,000, something like that. So flipping property is where you can make big money, big ticket money, large sum of money, and you can do it within a short period of time. I like to teach within a 90-day period, 90 to 120 days on average should it take to flip a property. Anytime over that, if you don't necessarily budget for it, it is going to cost. So flipping property is very strategic, and it also has a science to it. There's numbers of how to calculate your ARV, which is most important, your after repair value, which is one of the most important things that you need to know about flipping. It's like, how do you even know what the value is? You have to be able to identify the value of the property after all of the repairs are done to be able to calculate the potential income that the property can make. So flipping, we're going to have scenarios, we're going to have homework, we're going to have role play, we're going to really teach flipping properties. It is going to be in class, and if you're not able to attend in class, it will be via webinar like we're doing right now. You will be able to ask questions and join us in the class wherever you are remotely, whether you're in Connecticut, whether you're in North Carolina, New York, whether you're in China, whether you're in Canada, wherever you're from, you will be able to join us in this program. And we want you to, and this is what I'm going to teach you about real estate investing, can be applied anywhere. It's not just something that's applied in Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta. This is something that can be applied in Japan, somewhere it can be applied in Sweden, somewhere applied in Turkey, Canada. It doesn't matter what I'm going to teach you, okay? And this type of teaching that I'm going to train you for, people charge thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for it. And it's worth it, because if you think about it, how much do you pay for college tuition? Many colleges are like $25,000 a year on a low end, $50,000 a year medium, you know, a bit on the high end. But once you finish with college, it's hopes of getting a job. So hopes of someone hiring you. So even if it was, you know, $10,000, you know, as one installment, two installment, three installments, once you really learn how to do real estate investing, you could take your financial future in your own hands. You don't have to worry or hope that someone will hire you. you can apply the tools that I'm going to teach you and make your own money just like I did. There's pros and cons of everything. There's pros and cons of flipping. The pro is that you get a lot of money at one time. The con is you get a lot of money at one time. It's like hitting the lotto. So if you hit the lotto, you may not know what to do with it next if you're not properly trained. And so we're going to definitely train you on what to do with it next with this program. Another portion that I want to really spend some time with, really teaching, is buy and hold rental income. And I'm going to give you a minute to make some comments about the rental income and being a landlord, because this is one where people have a hard time, especially if you don't want to be a landlord, overcoming. So I want to have some fun in this little webinar class, and I need some people to tell me why they do not want to be a landlord. I want some people to type in on the comment section, why is it that you do not want to be a landlord? Like, what are some things that you heard about being a landlord that's negative? And then go ahead and chime away on what it is. Then I need some other people to be the positive side. You know, when you see the negative comment up there about why you don't want to become a landlord, let's really think outside the box. For every positive, for every negative, there's always a positive. So go ahead in the comment section and read. And type either what makes you not want to be a landlord or why you should be a landlord. Just go ahead and have some fun right quick. Okay, good. Love the chat. Paying for repairs, fear of depreciation, expensive, passive income. Come on, give me extra income. Give me some good stuff. Yes. All right. These are some valid things. Expensive eviction costs. Nightmare about how people destroyed your property, tenants not paying rent. Okay, I hear all of the negative pieces. Now I need you to take a minute for a second. Take a same minute and think about the positive piece of it. Take a minute and think about the positive piece of it, right? Yes, charge tenants if they destroy the property. Residual income. Yes. Give me some positivity for everything that you said negative. Give me positivity. Saving family, getting kids off the street, passive income, leaving things to the future. That's right, Gabriel. Future generation. That's what I'm talking about. I'm giving you a virtual high five. Future generation. Give me some more positivity. Come on, give me some positivity as relates to being a landlord. Yes. So with being a property owner and a landlord, that it's definitely single moms, absolutely. It's definitely something that can be managed, and if you do it right, it's very lucrative. And I suggest that every real estate investor, everyone that's not a real estate investor, it doesn't matter. I suggest every single person has income by rental income. The pros and cons, as I said before, with the pros and cons, is that the pro is that you get money, right? But you get money on a monthly basis. So unlike flipping properties, you get it all at one time. But when you have income such as as the rental income, you can budget on this. You can budget this. So many people, and I have coaching clients that have hired me to be their real estate coach because they were trying to retire. I have one client out of Maryland, and she knew that her job was going to be terminating in 18 months. and she needed to figure out how she was going to survive because her real estate fund was not going to support her financially in the lifestyle that she was in. She needed to make, I want to say like $58,000 a month is roughly that number. And so she hired me to help her make that amount of money a month. And we accomplished that by buying and holding a rental income. And to everyone who is concerned about being a landlord, let me pose this question to you. Who told you you had to be the landlord? Why don't you just hire a property manager? And we'll show you how to build in the cost for a property manager. A property manager is the landlord for the landlord. So if you're worrying about maintenance issues, then you have the property manager who has maintenance. If you're worried about the tenants tearing up your property, that's why you have security deposit. That's why you have insurance. And evictions are a pain in the behind. Yes, I believe it. But I promise you, with any of my tenants, if they don't pay my rent, the eviction cost is going to be theirs. The legal cost is going to be up to them, because it's all how you frame your contract. It's all how you frame your lease. And I'm going to teach everyone how to be the best landlord you can ever be, so that we can take advantage of the multiple streams of income, so we could take advantage of one of the greatest ways to obtain wealth. And flipping is cool, is really good. I love it. I made most of my money in flipping. But this buy and hold you can budget on. This buy and hold you can fire your landlord on. The buy and hold, meaning this rental income, you can use as your retirement fund. And as someone said before, the next generation. This is how you leave an inheritance. You have to have something. You have to hold something to be able to give it away. So if you buy a house for each one of your children and let that property appreciate instead of being afraid of depreciation. No, we shouldn't be afraid of depreciation, as one of the comments said. I'm going to teach you how to make sure your property appreciates, so that you have an income generating property that would create wealth that you can leave an inheritance to your children, to your grandchildren, to your cousins, to your aunts, to whomever you feel deserves an inheritance because of your investing in real estate. So everyone, in my opinion, needs to get into buy and hold and being a property owner. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And I'm going to help you conquer your fear of being an owner. All right. So of course there's pros and cons, but as long as you have your strategy in place, the pros clearly outweigh the cons. All right. What we're also going to learn in the investing training that I'm going to do is wholesaling property. Now this is a popular strategy that's being taught right now. Wholesaling property, where you can buy property with none of your income and none of your credit, none of your income and none of your credit. And that is a popular way of investing in real estate, especially if we have credit issues and money issues. So people have been doing that. I mean, it's not, sometimes it's my favorite and sometimes it's not my favorite. It's my favorite because, again, you don't use any of your credit and none of your income, but I don't like it because it requires a lot of time and a lot of dedication, and it's not as simple as many people and many investors paint it out to be. However, I'm going to teach it, and if you get this down to a science, you can make some serious money wholesaling regardless of your credit with no money. And my claim to fame on my wholesaling deal is $40K in one day. So I made $40,000 one day in a wholesale deal. And I'm going to teach you what I did, and so that you can do the same thing, do it better. Now, as I just finished saying, we are going to learn about flipping property. We're going to learn about buying and holding. We're going to learn about wholesaling, how you make money, none of your credit, none of your income. We're going to learn business practices. We're going to learn how to really calculate a deal, where you can ask a question. If you're in the middle of trying to calculate a deal, and we're going to have real properties that we will break down. And if you're in the middle of trying to calculate a deal and you're like, Roberta, I don't know how to make this number work, or am I doing this correctly to calculate the ROI? Am I doing this correctly to calculate the LTV? And these are all terms that I'm going to teach you. This is why this class is so great, is because I'm actually teaching it live. This is not a recording, At least not this one, or the second one would not be a recording. I cannot promise I could commit my time to the third class or the second class. It doesn't matter. For the first class, I know I could definitely commit for a live class. So you'll be able to stop and ask me questions. And this is what makes this program so powerful. Now, if it's also powerful because I've combined it with a Connecticut real estate license. Now, if you don't want a license, you're not in Connecticut, you don't need it, it's fine, because the Connecticut license is a bonus. It's a bonus with being here. And the Connecticut license, one of the reasons why I'm saying that is a benefit is because when I teach my students, and I have students all over the country, all over the world for that matter, that I teach real estate investing and I coach, but I teach them all that they must build a team, that they're as good as their team. And so the first member of the team that I tell my clients to get is a realtor. That's the first person that you're going to need to build your team, because they have their pulse on the real estate market. Now, because I have the capabilities of giving out real estate license in Connecticut and 11 other reciprocal states, New York, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee is a reciprocal state, Texas is a reciprocal state. I have 11 other reciprocal states where I can issue licenses for. You could be your own realtor and get paid for doing your own properties. You have your pulse on the real estate market, so you're not waiting for a realtor to get to you when they find time to make time for you. You can do it, and you'll have access to the same information they will have access to. And on top of that, you can get paid yourself the money that you would be paying a realtor, and you can keep that money in yourself, in your own deal. And I'll teach you how to even negotiate your commissions as equity in a deal. So you can partner with someone as a real estate agent using your commission as equity or as money in a deal. And there's so many ways that you can work this license. And of course, you can help people buy and sell property with a license, and that's the typical things people use a real estate license for. But you all are on this live feed, not live feed, but on this webinar, because you know I'm not typical. I have 1,010 ways to work this real estate license that could create you multiple streams of income. So I wanted to add that in as a bonus for the investing class. Now, I'll never forget the first time I invested in my property, the first time I had my license, when I was investing in a property. Prior to, I was using realtors. So I got my own real estate license, and I represented myself in my own real estate deal. I'll never forget, I left the closing from me buying a house with a check of $9,000 because I represented myself as a realtor. I took the $9,000 and went furniture shopping. So I'm packaging the best deal possible. And it's you will never see, you may see copycatters after this. I'm a trendsetter, but you may see copycatters that want to do real estate investing in a license after this, but you haven't seen it before this, because this is something that I've come up with to best make my students the best and the most savvy real estate investors around. Generally, you either go to real estate school to become a realtor, or you go to investing school to become an investor. But I want to give my clients, my students, the best package ever to make you the best real estate investor and to make the most money, okay? So let me just give you a recap of what's happening as far as the roadmap. The classes are starting June 26th. And we're gonna meet 2 times a week. I believe right now it's Tuesday and Thursday. We may have a Monday and Wednesday class available. We will be meeting at 6 p.m. If you're going to meet in person in Connecticut, in New Haven, it's going to be at 900 Chapel Street on the 10th floor. Or if you're not in Connecticut and you want to chime in on live Zoom like we're doing now, you are welcome to do that. Every Tuesday, Thursday at 9 o'clock. We will have a Monday and Wednesday class. Not 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, at 6 o'clock. We will have a Monday and Wednesday class as if people cannot do Tuesday and Thursday. But right now it's Tuesday and Thursday, 6 to 9. And we will start with the business principles of real estate investing, and we'll start with flipping property. We will be doing investing until July 31st. So from June 26th to July 31st is all investing. And then from July 31st to September 18th is the licensing, should you choose to do the license portion of it. I have negotiated with the scholarships and was able to lower and already discount what we would normally charge, at minimum, $5,500 at minimum for this program, but we're not charging that amount for this program, at least right now as an entry. I'm saying that disclosure right now is not going to be that much. The total cost that we're doing is $3,500 for the entire program, and that is significantly discounted because it would have started at a much higher rate, and I don't have to tell you that. You can do your own research and see. And again, I am personally training you with this. However, if you need a scholarship, we do have scholarships available, and we want to give those scholarships to as many people as possible. Everyone that is on this everyone that's on this webinar right now will receive some type of scholarship, regardless of how much money you make. Now, of course, those that make a lesser amount of money will get the most in scholarship, maybe 100% scholarship, depending on what your income bracket is. And if you are medium income, you may get, maybe 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. It really varies, but everyone will get a scholarship. Now, if you make over 6 figures, you should consider investing in yourself. And if you make over 6 figures, I hope that you would leave the scholarships for people who do not make 6 figures or people who really, really need it. I don't want anyone to take advantage of this program because I'm using it as an instrument to help people as a hand up. And if you don't need the scholarship, please don't apply, because I'm going to be a woman of my word and I will give scholarships to everyone. But I don't want to take it from someone who really needs it, from someone that has it in the bank and just trying to keep their money. That's not the way to do it. So if you do need a scholarship or want to apply for a scholarship, I need you to send me an email. I'm about to give you my email. Hold on, let me do the stop sharing. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I need you to send me an email, and I'm gonna give you my email. I'm typing it here. All right, I'm gonna give you this email address. I'm typing it to R. Hoskie at Outreach Realty Services.com. R. Hoskie at Outreach Realty Services.com. Hold on one second. Let me just do this to everyone. Okay. So make sure you email, and you got to do it right after this. And what I'm going to do, Outreach Realty Services.com. All right. So I need you to email, and what I want you to do is email your name, and I need you to say that you're interested in applying for the scholarship. Now, the only thing I ask from you is there's going to be a checklist. So I don't have this online yet because I'm trying to control. I want to really give this to people who are serious about real estate investing, and I want to be able to control how far it goes out, because if I just put it out as a blanket to everyone, I want to give it to the people who actually show up. Now, what you would do is this email, you would send an email and you would say, I'm interested in the scholarship. And what will happen is we will send you over the application for the scholarship. And we will also send you, there's an application fee, it's only $40 is the application fee. You will have to do the $40 application fee, but everyone is guaranteed a scholarship. The lowest scholarship that you will get is $500. That's the lowest. So $40 for application fee is worth it. Now, again, its income is based on your income brackets. and we are going to have to verify your income. So once you do the application, we're going to ask you to send over your W-2s or your pay stub, whichever you have, as your proof of income. And there may be other items that we're looking for, but mostly it's going to be your proof of income that we're looking for, so that we can determine what level to put you in for the real estate scholarship. Some people will have 100%, some will have 75, some will have 50, some will have 25. It just really depends on where you are with your household size and the need. Okay, so I saw there was some questions and chats going on as I was talking. So I want to open up this time. I'm going to unmute the call so that we can, if you have questions, you can ask your questions, okay? But at the same time, I'm going to